What's up, motherfuckers? Russia are the world champion of women's. The women's world champion. They play. They won a tournament in Linares in Spain with the 12 best countries in the world. The 12 best women's team countries. And Russia won all the matches in the group states. The five matches in the group states. They won the two quarter-final matches, the two semi-final matches, and in the final against Azerbaijan, they beat them in the both matches. The second match and the decisive have this decisive victory of Leya Garifullina against Ayan Alakhberdiyeva. So I'm going to show us the decisive game who gave Russia the final victory. Garifullina is only, for example, in quarter-final and semi-final, she only played one game of both. But in the final, the Russia captain decided to keep she in both matches, and the strategy works so well. So okay, let's analyze the game. Okay, Garifullina opened with e4, c5 by Alakhberdiyeva, knight f3, e6, d4, takes knight c6, knight c3, and bishop c5. The Sicilia is not the most common, but okay, there are some games with that. For example, knight db5 could transpose to the normal for knight Sicilian, bishop f4, Sorcaser, bishop c7, bishop d6. I played a game like nine days ago in this position, and here I have h4 in the analysis, but I don't remember I played bishop e2, and okay, later I play a back game and I finally lost. But okay, let's focus on the Garifullina game to show you how Russia won the championship. Okay, knight b3 by Garifullina, that's a good move. Hit bishop b6 now, bishop f4 looks normal, so the player of Azerbaijan play bishop b4. Now knight g4, queen g4 sorry, was interesting. Knight f6, queen g7, queen h6, queen h4, queen h3, and bishop e2, this could be an interesting line. But okay, bishop d2 was completely fine. Knight f3. Oparin have many games with this Sicilian. That's the only top player who used to play this Sicilian. Here a3 again was another possibility, but he played queen f3, sword castle, a3, and now white have the bishop pair. But black have full development, and black is going to play with e5, d6, and bishop e6, and placing his central pawns in dark square, so black position is more or less fine. And black have his both knights well placed. e5 following the plan now. Black give the dark square bishop, so he's going to place his pawns in dark squares and to open the light square for the bishop. e5, bishop c4, d6, queen d3, bishop e6, long castle now. We end more or less the development, and white is slightly better here. Looks like white position is slightly present, but okay, black is fine. Queen c7, rook h1, rook a8, and now good move of Garifullina just taking here, because if not, black is going to gain with d5 in one moment. So bishop takes, f takes, and queen e2. Now e5 is not possible because the e5 pawn is falling, so that's the a of queen e2. 97 king b1, improving the king, knight b6, and now Garifullina play rook d3. Okay, looks like a normal move and it's so logical, but knight c4 is a little bit annoying here. If not, rook d3 is so good, but the problem is knight c4. The correct plan according to the machine was f3 followed by g4, h4, h5, and that's the white plan here. Or h4 was fine too. But okay, she played rook d3. Okay, it's a logical plan, but have the problem of knight c4. Yeah, his opponent doesn't understand well the position she came with queen f7. I don't really understand why. Yes, he wants to defend the black king. Now, knight a5 was so strong, stopping knight c4. And if you take here, now the b6 knight is pinned, and we're going to take maybe and doubling the black pawns. So that's a good move. Stopping knight c4, f3, knight a4, attacking the bishop d2. Finally, black managed to break in the center, rook d1. And here black again doesn't understand the position here. He should play with d4, closing the center. That's the correct way to play with here with black. Instead of that, he played b5, and now bishop b4 could be so strong. He takes knight d5, and now looks like okay. Of course, white is putting so much problems because if you take here now, I can take, and the d4 pawn is hanging, the rook is under attack, the e5 pawn is hanging, so just lost because have many weaknesses. So knight a5 is also an annoying move. And the only move to be in the game was e4, just attacking the rook. That's the only way if pawn takes just put. No, sorry. Ah, what to do here? I just don't remember. Queen f6 here was the yes. I don't remember. Yes, it's not easy of course. E4 is a very difficult move. You should find this idea of queen f6, defending the knight, defending the rook, and attacking on b2 with the main point. But okay, Verdilleva just play queen c7, which is just a lost move, plus all the black pawns are going to start to fall. So I really like what Garifullina plays. Just yes, placing the pieces in the center, just maintaining all the tension, and finally making this great move knight a5 to. And yes, black plays alone because he just tried to advance the central pawns, but all the central pawns are weak now. So now after knight a5, he missed the tactic of e4, so queen c7 and all the central pawns are going to start to fall. So he first played bishop a5, and now first pawn fall. Now the second pawn fall. And my position is just winning because just he have two extra pawns. Now about he take the knight, so very good victory of Leya Garifullina, who gave Russia the victory in the World Cup. So congratulations to Russia and to his six players and his trainers, who I don't know who are. But okay, congratulations to Russia. I'm happy to see Russia back in chess competitions. I hope that they can still play in more tournaments because okay, in this tournament they play under the name of FIDE team. But okay, yeah, Russia. So okay, let's see if Russia still play more tournaments of this type. Bye bye, motherfuckers.